The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. What do you think constitutes reasonable suspicion for searching at school?
Well, personally, I think there's a lot of different choices. Like, if you drive to school, play a sport, those are reasonable suspicions to be drug tested. Also, if a kid's just acting out of place or just something seems wrong with the kid, then they have suspicion of drug test.
What reason did they have to search you?
So basically, I had a parking pass, which means I drove to school, and every week or so, I believe they said, there's a random number generator that picks 5 or 6 kids, and I was one of the unlucky 6 to be picked, and that's how I got drug tested.
Do you think it was unconstitutional of your Fourth Amendment right?
No, personally I don't, because it was in the student policy handbook where if you drive to school they can test you, and I signed off on the handbook, so that means I gave them permission to do so.
Stafford versus Redding. 8th grader Serrana Redding was strip searched by school officials because there was a tip made by another student that she might have had ibuprofen with her, which isn't allowed in school. She filed suit against the school district and school officials responsible for the search in the district court for the District of Arizona, alleging her Fourth Amendment right to be free of unreasonable search and seizure was violated. The district court granted the defendant's motion for summary judgment and dismissed the case. On the initial appeal, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit affirmed. On rehearing before the entire court, the Court of Appeals claimed that her Fourth Amendment right was violated, reasoned that the strip search was not justified, nor was the scope of intrusion reasonably related to the circumstances. New Jersey versus TLO. TLO was a high school student who had school officials searching her purse suspecting she had cigarettes. Officials discovered cigarettes and a small amount of marijuana, along with a list of names of students who owed her money. She was charged with possession of marijuana. Before the trial, she moved to suppress evidence discovered in the search, but the court denied it. The Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court of New Jersey in Middlesex County found her guilty and sentenced her to 1 year of probation. On appeal, the Superior Court of New Jersey Appellate Division affirmed the denial of the motion to suppress evidence. The New Jersey Supreme Court reversed, holding that the exclusionary rule of the Fourth Amendment applies to searches and seizures conducted by school officials in public schools.
Dean Miller told us that when they have reasonable suspicion, it's because somebody has come to them with an issue that they think is worthy of telling the deans about, and also if they have a parking pass and they seem suspicious in any way, then there's a reason to search the student. After this, we decided to ask him, well, what if some student just doesn't like another student and they're trying to get them in trouble, and they just make up some story that would get this person in trouble just because they have some sort of conflict or something like that? Miller's response to this was that before they go into any further investigation about the issue, they tend to look into whether there's drama or anything like that, or if there's any just no reason to make up a story or something like that. After this, we asked Miller what gives him the authority basically to search us without any official warrant, and he said that there is the law that lets the dean of schools search students that they find suspicious or have a reason to be searched, and basically just that it's the law that backs them up, even though they aren't police or anything. He also told us that the bottom line for all of this is that they're trying to keep the school safe and trying to protect students of anything that could be a possible risk to anybody else.